Hello. Hi. The desktop audio is not playing at the moment. Uh, it did like a copyright thing for me last time. Not that that's a huge deal. It's not like a copyright strike or something like really dire, but I just didn't want to like accidentally mute part of the VOD because of it. So I was just like, let's just not have it play right now. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Hi, finally here. Yay! Hi, Butter. We played all of Leon and Ezekiel's route last week, last Monday. So we're just playing the Jester route today. So it's gonna be a bit of a shorter stream, I imagine. Unless I decide to do something else. I am feeling a bit it's a good day. It's been a good day. I've just been up a really long time today for some reason. And like I don't know. I'm still tired, even though I've been up so long. I don't know. Also was in a bit of rush to get to stream today. As you can probably tell, like I took a shower and I just scarfed down some cereal in that 5 minute waiting period. I was so hungry, man. Okay, my mic's good. I was just like, I was really hungry and I was like, fuck, I gotta just stream because I want to stream today. I just like also feel really sleepy, so I don't like sleep. I don't like going on stream when I feel sleepy. You can at least rest after. Yeah, which I might. I might. Yesterday it's funny because I took a nap. I took a nap after dinner, and then I stayed up pretty late. So I think maybe that's probably why. But it's like I slept pretty good, so I don't know. Whatever. I like to be up as much as possible. Oh gosh. And so for those that aren't aware, there is a rectifier specific Tumblr page that I have, and I've been like really working on it because I've been trying to build my Tumblr presence for a while, and I think it's going pretty well. And now I'm starting to get to the point where people are sending ask and stuff like in the ask box. Feel free to do the same if you ever feel so inclined. Um, and guys, I have bad news. I have real bad news. First of all, let me link the Tumblr blog for those interested. But also, I have some bad news. I ran a poll of like what everybody's favorite character for Rectifier was, and I think you can already tell who fucking won. I already knew. I already knew. I knew. I've been new. I knew way before. I was just, I was hopeful. I was hopeful it might be somebody else, just anybody else. Yes, yes, it was Percy. Of course, Percy won because the universe hates me and it wants me to die. No, okay. I can give you the exact stats, okay? So he won. What's really devastating is that I don't even like it was a race for second place, okay? Because it's like he won by a landslide. So, which I kind of anticipated, but then I was like, okay, so who's going to be second? And then like Greer and Emil tied for second, which it's like, y'all, those are two better characters. Like how did this happen? And Ren I think is third. So it'd be Percy, Greer, and Emil, Ren. Then Leor, Styles, and Glyph are tied for last, and that's criminal. That's actually criminal. Glyph should not be at the bottom. Like Styles and Leor, I kind of get, like I kind of understand, like the mentality behind it, but Glyph, huh? I don't know. By the way, I'm mostly joking. It's not that serious. I don't care. It is interesting for me to see who people gravitate towards in terms of like my characters. And though I knew Percy was gonna fucking win because he just has that power over y'all. And yes, I'm saying y'all. Percy made bots. Yeah, he had to have. Otherwise, how the hell? So yeah, we I ran that and now I have to tell Chime to have to break the news because he knew. He knew too, and I was like, whatever. So I am immune to Percy. He does not affect me. Same. He's gross. Len, what about him? It's tied for second. Tied for second. Thankfully. Thank God. Otherwise I'd be raging right now. Yeah, where's the love? Okay. In that same vein, however, so I ran that poll, right? And I got some Tumblr ask, which I love. Again, if you ever have any questions or suggestions or whatever, send them my way. And somebody was very bold to request an NSFW alphabet, which, if you're not aware of what that is, it's basically just like a prompt for like, A means like aftercare, B's, like referring to body parts and so on and so forth. Super NSFW. And somebody asked for glyph. So that was really fun to actually talk about, glyph a lot. And he was the first person requested for that. And then somebody, of course, this morning requested Percy, and they were like ashamed to ask. But they did ask, and I did deliver because I'm a woman of the people. And then Emil got one like immediately after, so I was really happy about that. So the girl, look, y'all got taste. It's just for whatever reason, I just feel like so like we'd be smooth sailing if Percy was just not in the group. Oh, I will have to look at the Percy's and Emil's. Yeah, I did that like before stream. Like I just finished Emil's like I don't know 30 minutes ago. So like I was pumping that shit out. Not that it was hard. I mean something was, but it was no. It was not difficult to do. That's my baby. Give him a lot of love. So if you ever want to ask me anything, even if it's like inappropriate, quote unquote, like I don't care. I don't care. They're my babies. Have fun. As long as it's not hateful, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But yeah, good time, fun time. Anyway, sorry to talk about my Tumblr blog on the fucking Under the Stars stream. It was just like a fun thing that happened before stream, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I definitely, if you haven't already, if you ever want to run like a Tumblr blog for one of your specific projects, I definitely encourage it because I think it's just like a good way to indulge for a little bit. It gives me a space where I can just be annoying, which I love. It's like why I stream too. Percy's dirty secret is crazy. His whole thing is crazy, to be honest. But what do we expect? What did we expect? I can't share with the class, okay? I don't think Twitch would allow that, but it's there. That's all I'll say. It's there for free. It's canon. Do with it what you will. Anyway, okay, sorry. Enough. On to the game. So we finished Leon and Ezekiel's route last week. I had a great time. Great way to start my stream week as well. It feels like it's coming home. Under the Stars just like it just feels like a game that was kind of made for me in a sense. It's really like my general just aesthetics and I don't know what the word is. It just like in a way it like appeals to the things that I enjoy about media. Something that it reminds me of too is like a really sweet shoujo anime to a certain degree. Like it really just has that like quality to it. It's like something comforting that you could just come back to. The NSFW, you'll have a bit of fucking crying. It's crazy. I think his will surprise a lot of people too. But like, if you want to get a different side of him than you normally see, there you go. I'm supposed to be answering this. Which one is going to be goofy with me? Under the Stars is so lovely. It's very lovely. And I can't pick a favorite, so if anybody's going to ask me who my favorite is, don't ask me because I don't have one. I feel like it's pretty evenly split in my head. Like, a life with Ezekiel, a life with Leon, like same difference in my opinion. Two hands. I'm just joking. I try to make everything poly, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you, please, guys. I did read the walkthrough. Thank you, Len, for keeping your walkthrough so tightly concise and good for people who are stupid like me. There we go. We got some music finally. No. It's so valid. I'm like, I get lost, man. I get so lost. Okay, so we choose one for Leon. And then we choose one for Ezekiel. And then we click on the Mio twice. Yep. Is there someone who looks just like me out there? Is the Jester supposed to be us? I wonder. Maybe if I had a sibling, they would look like me. Is the Jester our brother? Or completely the opposite? I wish I had a sibling. I'm just gonna keep clicking on it. Okay, no, I got it. I am also stupid. No, wait. I think I've already messed up somehow. It's okay. I'm gonna pull up the walkthrough. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Just read the NSFW stuff on Tumblr. Don't focus on this right now until I get my shit together. I swear I read it beforehand, too. No, it's fine. Chaos streamer. I'm so sad I missed the Q&A back when, by the way. I hope it went well. Music's so pretty in this game. Kill that. Um, pick one choice. Uh-huh. No, if you pick one from each and not click them or at all. Okay, okay. It's still confused, but I'm just gonna make it work. Okay, I think I need to just go outside and then when I come back I click on the mirror. That makes sense to me, right? Yes. I look out the corridors of the castle. Yep, 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 yep. We've been down this road. We played these games before. And then we sit by the fire. Yeah, let's go, baby. I did the damn thing. You still need to choose. Yeah, okay, I got it. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Trial and error. The lonely jester. Wow, let's go. Let's save again. Yes. Where? Where? Oh, the slums. We love it. Lunnist. It was easy to recognize. This was one of the streets of Lunnist, the kingdom I would inherit someday. Peasants walked around, busy with their daily lives. Their kids screamed and ran, playing games. And in the middle of the street, there was someone holding a shiny mirror. Someone barely recognizable. The jester. Oh, I'm gonna cry, aren't I? Oh no, oh no! They were staring firmly at the reflection, almost as if they didn't hear me. Their hands caressed the mirror, but the reflection didn't mimic them. And from the mirror, darkness started to emerge. They look so sad. Oh. Slowly, everything started to get dark, silent, and sad. All life disappeared, but the jester was weirdly calm, almost as if they were used to it. Tell me something, princess. Do you know what true solitude feels like? How it feels to be completely alone in the world? You don't, do you? Because there's always someone looking out for you. Always looking out for the princess of Lunnist. Nobles fill their bellies until they throw up, while there are people starving on the streets. Things were like this before, and will continue to be. Stupid nobles die, and they throw great funerals to honor their terrible reign, while good peasants are killed and thrown into the forest. Things were like this before, and will continue to be. the expression. Me when I'm devious. Then the jester looked at me. A strange mixture of sarcastic mockery and sincere pain was battling in their yellow eyes. Their hands turned into fists. I felt tears coming through my eyes, slowly making their way over to my face. Oh, Princess Dulari, the world is unfair, isn't it? Isn't? Yes. Yes, it is. Percy should not have won that poll. It really is unfair. The world is actually cruel. The dream is fading. Everything's slowly waking up to reality. I will fulfill the prophecy. Yes. But before that, I managed to say one last whisper. It doesn't need to be. Dulari, you're so right. You're so right, my tall queen. Huh? Did you fall asleep? Was it a nightmare? Why? You're crying. There was a single tear crossing the jester's face. They hastily wiped it off, annoyed. I'm not. Then help me. They started to move furniture around the room, trying to not make much noise. Oh, okay, so that's what that whole thing was. And then I woke up. Huh? I could hear faint noises coming from somewhere, like furniture being moved. Moved from one place to another. Could it be the jester? But that was a dream, right? I was so confused. I got out of bed, determined to investigate that strange coincidence. The noises continued even after I left the room. Surprisingly, Ezekiel wasn't out there on guard duty. Sorry, my mom's dog's just like climbing under the bed for no reason, or the couch for no reason. Rosa, what are you doing? Hello? I can hear her shuffling. Come here. I show you to stream. Yeah. Are you stuck? Come here. Come here. Oh, she might be stuck, y'all. One second. Hello? La creature. Look, it's a dog. Hi, baby. Say hi. She's happy I rescued her. I'm your hero. Oh, God. Okay, your breath stinks. Enough. Enough. Don't go under the couch. Go lay down. There you go. You got. She's so funny. That's my mom's dog, so when she's not here, I keep her down here because she gets lonely when she's by herself. And she's kind of dumb, as most dogs tend to be, with affection, okay? I love dogs, but they're fucking idiots. Morons. Not a damn thing going on behind those eyes. And she was born in 2015, so she's 10 years old now. She's quite an older dog. She has like gray on her mouth and stuff. She was actually born in this house back when I was a teenager. I don't want to talk about it. So like, she's kind of a senior dog too. Uppy puppy. Anyway, sorry for the stream distraction. She's just giving me these stupid little eyes. Just surprisingly, Ezekiel wasn't out there on guard duty. His absence made me feel uneasy. Could something have happened? Doggies are always welcome. Yeah, Diamond. Not that she doesn't like the dog, but she just like she was tucked in this morning by my husband. Oh, I need to share that in stream chat in the server. I might be able to do that real fast. It's really funny. Okay, so when my husband left from work this morning, he got up like very very early. He tucked my cat in. He tucked our cat in bed, and I like went in there to go grab a charger or something, and I noticed that she was like laying on a pillow and she had the blanket covering her and she was laying like a peeple. And so I sent it to my husband and he was like, "Oh, I tucked her in this morning. I'm surprised she's still there, like in that same position I left her." So I just sent it in the stream chat in pet pics, and she's so cute, dude. She went right back to sleep. She's like, I just patted her. I was like, "Hey, you know, daddy tucked her in, so she's happy now." You know, she's so funny. She's a daddy's girl. Okay, I don't fucking exist when my husband's around. Do not exist. Okay, Evie, she's so sleepy. I think she's still in there. Like, um, okay. I walked through the courtyard towards the jester's room. I'm prepping myself for sad, okay? That's what this is. I would have gotten lost if I had tried to follow the noise because it echoed throughout the castle. The sounds were getting louder and louder, and a feeling of dread began to take over me. What were they doing? I couldn't help but wonder. My curiosity was strangely piqued that night, as if I'd been waiting for that opportunity for a long time. When I got to the door to the jester's room, though, I had another surprise. Hey, boyfriends! Ezekiel and Leon were crouched by the door, listening intently to the noises. They were both startled when they saw me, but I tried to keep their surprise inside their whispers. That's a good line. Dulari, what are you doing here? I should be the one asking this question. The two looked at each other, talking without a word. Leon sighed. You first. I think this is our first time seeing them interact, too, unless I'm misremembering. The king was worried about the jester's display earlier. He asked me to keep an eye on them. And I've been investigating my father for a few days now. He's been acting weirder than usual. Oh, why are you here? I'm just curious. The two looked at each other again, sharing silent disapproval and amusement. That's very much like you. I also had a dream where, but before I could finish my sentence, the door handle opened, surprising us. But instead of a person, there was a strange noise. We were greeted by a profound darkness that silently enveloped us. I like Leon's little expression. Just... I woke up on my bed once again. Huh? Another dream? But I could have sworn that someone knocked on the door. Princess, are you awake yet? I am. I ran to open the door. On the other side, Ezekiel was waiting for me, while his usual jolly expression. The king is having a picnic in the courtyard and asked me to summon you. That's right, I'll be there shortly. I really love secret routes like this. I know, it provides so much like extra context to the stuff that's already established. Princess? He stared at me with a worried expression. Do you remember anything from last night? You mean the ball, or... What happened after? So you do remember. It wasn't a dream then? No, it was very real. And I'm afraid that you might be in danger. Danger? Can I ask you something? Say it. Stay close to us as much as you can. Don't go anywhere alone, especially if it's far away. Us? Oh, your friend, I mean. The prince guy. I think he means Leon. Whatever happens, please tell us, okay? Okay. He smiled to reassure me, but I was concerned. Suddenly, everything felt dangerous, as if someone could ambush me in any corner. As if he could read my mind, Ezekiel stayed close to me the whole way until we reached the picnic. Good boy. The courtyard was filled with nice chatter from the guests. They seemed to be in a good mood, which was a contrast to my worries. At least it was comforting. If everyone else was as nervous as me, I wouldn't know what to do. The wind was calm, a nice breeze filling the atmosphere. It was a beautiful day, I had to admit. The sun shone proudly in the sky. I sat away from King Saruva, trying to hide my distress. To be honest, I did everything I could to pretend that I didn't remember last night. It was going well until... Oh, my dear princess! Hearing their voice made me freeze. They looked as they usually did, though smiling, chatty, but at the same time, there was a strange aura to them. Minus 1,000 aura. Is the picnic to your liking? As much as it can be. Wow, picky I see. Fitting for the next queen of Lunest. Please don't remind me of that. Oh, why not? It is your destiny. You need to be reminded about it every once in a while. Or else you'll just forget everything. Very subtle, yes. I looked away, uncomfortable. Things were already complicated, and now that anxiety about becoming queen was just going to make me feel worse. I wish I could just flee from the conversation. Stop bothering her. Leon stood right behind the Jester, a cold expression on his face. Can't you see your princess is not in the mood to talk? Oh, she isn't? How did you notice? They gave a sarcastic laugh, as if mocking him. Leon stood still, glaring at them silently. So that's the amazing power of those under the star of sensibility, I see. It's a shame, though. I'll make sure to put on an amazing show to rip a smile off her face. Get lost. Harsh, aren't you? Perhaps you were especially sensitive today? Leon just continued to stare at them. Fine. No fun. They sighed dramatically, leaving us alone. Leon gave a sigh himself, sitting beside me. Thank you. You're welcome. The morning continued as slowly as it could. I was starting to feel bored, anxious, and annoyed all at the same time. From time to time, I tried asking Leon some questions, but he answered briefly, as if he was also bored and anxious. Maybe we were both too worried that we couldn't think straight. His eyes were following King Saruva, watching his every step. I couldn't see anything weird in the king's actions, so I started to feel curious. Also, while I was on the game page looking for the walkthrough, there was some extra information regarding like Leon's mom and like what his brother looked like, which I thought was really cool. So if anybody's curious, you should go look at the devlogs under the page, because it's like, his mom's so pretty, you know? Not that I'm surprised. Leon. Somebody had to outdo Saruva's genes. I'm just joking. Did you say your father was acting weirder than usual? He looked at me a bit reproachful, as if I was saying it too loud. Yes. How so? Leon looked away, trying to organize his thoughts into a sentence that would make sense, but weren't too revealing at the same time. His eyes are strange. It's like he's plotting something. I gulped, looking in the direction of King Saruva. He was laughing, talking, nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't see whatever Leon was saying, and that was a bit scary. How many dangers were I overlooking all the time? Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you eat cereal really fast. Don't worry, we won't let anything happen. When I looked back to Leon, he was staring at me with determination. We? Yeah, me and the guard guy. Guard guy, prince guy, the two genders. The one that keeps following you everywhere. I think he means Ezekiel. Yeah, who else would me? All this tension was wearing me out, but knowing that both of them were by my side, I felt a little better. And as I continued to play pretend for the rest of the day, the night came without warning. The second ball was as cheerful as the first one. There were people dancing, chatting, and just filling themselves with food. This time, however, the Jester gathered everyone to pay close attention to them. They said they had a very interesting story to tell. And as the music died slowly and the nobles started to sit down, the Jester smiled, picking a strange scepter. Good evening, my wondrous aristocrats. Tonight, as a celebration of the princess's life, I'll entertain you with a lovely story told not only by me, but also by my gorgeous assistant, and Marot? Silas. Silas? I'm pretty sure it's Silas. The scepter they were holding had a cute sculpted face mimicking the Jester's features. Say goodnight to everyone, Silas. The face only smiled, incapable of talking. Ah, everyone, he is shy. The nobles laughed amused. The Jester continued. This tale is full of love, hate, and sadness. It will shake your oh so mighty souls with pity, and it will make you cheer for a happy ending. A happy ending that will never come. Haha, but don't cry, my wonderful aristocrats. It's just a silly story I came up with while daydreaming. Well, shall we start? Sure. A long time ago, there was a very foolish king. He would get bored pretty easily, so he was always looking for something to entertain him, be it drinks, music, or women. He would spend his days throwing parties, going to theaters, doing anything that could make him feel less bored. He met every single artist of his kingdom. He heard every single song by the bards. He danced with princesses and queens. But one day, he also got bored of it all. Your mic. Wait, what did my mic do? What are you doing? I think you have rest position. Oh, you mean like the ducking, the audio ducking? Like it's harder to hear when I'm turned away from the mic? You're sort of drifting in and out. Okay. So I'll make sure to stay in front of it. Stay over here. Don't go anywhere, girly. This is what happens when you don't use a basic ass mic that you're used to. So he started to search all his kingdom for something, someone that could kill his boredom. And he searched for a long, long time, watching many plays from the most famous artists. But for him, they were all too boring. So artistic, so profound, their stories would bore him to death. Then after his long search, he stopped his carriage in a lowly street, far from the theaters, far from all those intelligent people. And as he sighed, defeated, two kids approached him. Sir, would you like to be entertained? Oh, but how many times did he hear that line already? But one more wouldn't hurt, would it? So he said yes. And then the kids, both twins, started their presentation. Wait, are there two jesters? I mean, how do we know there's not? You know what I mean? But they were so clumsy, so terribly bad at everything. Their juggling balls would fall every time their magic tricks would be so easily spotted. Are there two jesters? It's possible! A normal person would think the king would be offended being offered such a terrible show, but instead... he offered a place for them in the castle as jesters. They are naturals, he thought to himself. Oh, and they're like the happy and the sad face, like the drama mask. That's really cool. I had a pair of twins in my high school, and I genuinely didn't know until I saw them both together. I thought it was the same boy, and I got his name wrong. I thought about writing a fiction that way, actually, where the main character has a crush on what they assume is one person that they have in two different classes, but it's actually a set of twins who are like identical twins who they just have good rapport with both, and so they're forced to pick between them, forcing them to like get to know both of them like differently or whatever. It's like, but I worried about the I would love that, the drama. Maybe one day I will do it because it's just funny. But I remember that was like an old ass idea I had. But no, I love that they look like the drama mask. That's so cute. One of them was so happily shocked, desperate to accept and leave the streets, but the other one was worried about leaving their family behind, poor and alone. Which one do you think was smarter? The first one, of course. The first one, of course! Yeah, being a jester is such a prestigious occupation. If I was a poor kid, I would accept it without thinking twice. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. The smarter kid accepted the king's offer, while the other one refused. But the smart kid loved their brother and promised, one day, I'll come back and take you with me. A foolish promise that they could never fulfill, but even so, they made it. As the king took them away, the kid continued to repeat the promise to themselves, while watching their brother's smile fading away in the distance. What they didn't know was that it would be the last time they would see their brother, because the king would never be bored of the jester's tricks, and so would never let them leave. Oh, but that's a wonderful ending. They ascended in society and became a favorite of their king. Such honor, such a beautiful story. Oh my gosh, yeah, fuck your siblings, who cares? Oh yes, such a happy ending, isn't it? Dulari's like, no, I disagree. Everyone looked at me, dumbfounded. Why is that, Princess Dulari? They died without their family. I never say they died, dear princess. I only said they never saw their brother again. That's even worse. If they loved their brother so much, wouldn't Uh, wouldn't it be a torture to be apart, incapable of fulfilling their promise? Wouldn't they spend their days wondering how their brother was, if he was okay, if he missed them as much as they did? If he was still waiting for them to come back? That's an awful ending. The room became deadly silent. They're like, damn, Dular, you brought down the fucking vibe, man. We were chilling. Everyone had a brooding expression on their face, but the Jester didn't let it linger for long. Huh. You are so funny, dear princess. As if the kid would miss their brother while being surrounded by such wealth and beauty. That's just stupid. Huh. They couldn't care less. They wouldn't want to go back to poverty. The nobles around me started to agree with the Jester, but as I heard them, I felt my heart sinking. How could they be this superficial? How could they not care about such a loss? Debbie Downer Dulari, damn! Debbie Downer Dulari! I searched for Ezekiel and Leon in the room, and to my relief, they were both frowning and silently disagreeing. My parents also had a slight frown on their faces, but stayed quiet. I can only understand why. I could understand why. Speaking against a room full of people who disagree with you is terribly scary, and in the end it would be pointless. Well, I think that's enough for tonight. Thank you for your tale, Jester. It is my ultimate pleasure, your highness. They bowed, and everyone clapped for their show. As the nobles scattered to their rooms, I felt someone's gaze on me and started to look around. Like an angry cat, like a little owl, just... The Jester was staring at me from the corner of the room, completely still, and for the first time in ages, they weren't smiling. It felt deeply strange, but at the same time, it suited them. They're standing there, menacingly. I stared back for a while, wondering what they were thinking about. They are like an angry cat, but their eyes were a dark carnival of feelings, silently loud, unnervingly calm. Princess! As Ezekiel approached me, followed by Leon, the Jester started to smile again, as usual, and left the room. Ezekiel started to talk about things he discovered, but I was too distracted to pay attention. I could only stare at the door the Jester went through, disappearing into the corridors. Something had changed. Something was different. Yo, in my room? Hey, get out of here. So, what do we do now that the Jester is helping my father, and they were the ones who put you and Jalari to sleep? Wait, excuse me? Yeah, they did the dark magic thing when the door opened. How did you know? Leon took out a talisman from under his coat, showing it to everyone. My mother gave me this talisman to protect me from dark magic. While you two were affected by the sleep spell, I managed to see who was casting it. But they didn't realize anything? I pretended I fell asleep right after. I see. Ezekiel had a worried expression on his face. I barely noticed when I fell asleep. I only realized this morning. Me too. This dark magic thing is pretty dangerous, huh? But it's not invincible. I've come up with a plan. Listen closely. I wonder if there's someone who looks just like me. Wah. I've never really written siblings or twins. I would love to sometime. Writing siblings is really fun. I think that was one of the most fun parts about writing Lord of Lies for me. Because it's like, I have siblings. I have two. But like, a sibling relationship, it's just like, it's such a very specific thing. I don't know, like, it goes even further beyond friends in some way. I feel like it just kind of comes together naturally. Maybe I just really like Charles and I almost said Charles and Leon. The fuck? Charles and Lawrence. I really like their relationship. I thought it was really fun to write. And also just like, I think it was one of the first things that I like did for Lord of Lies. Because originally, in Princess Poison, Lawrence and Charles are not related. And they didn't even really know each other at all in the original story. So making them related really changed a lot for like how the story works. And now I can't even imagine them not being brothers. You know what I mean? Plus there's also the sibling relationship of like Gala and Prince. And then actually Duchess was supposed to have a brother character, but I scrapped him for Lord of Lies, unfortunately, because I just didn't have any room. I had no room for him. I think it's really cute, sibling relationships. It is. It adds so much. I feel like it just like really fills out a person's personality, because it's like you could be your most authentic self with your sibling, I think, especially when you're surrounded by other people, you know. So like it forces Lawrence to kind of show a side of himself that he wouldn't show normally, you know, if he didn't have Charles like just being like a fucking brat next to him or whatever. I don't know, it's cute. The plan was simple. Leon would go alone and convince his father that he was on his side. Then he would send a message through one of my servants communicating what Saruva was up to. I'm going to encode the message so no one can discover our tactic. Okay. But when are we going to act? I don't know anything about the spy business. I believe my father is waiting for the supermoon to make his move. Until then, we can only prepare to stop him on the spot. I see. I couldn't help but giggle. Ezekiel wasn't the patient type. He liked to make decisions and act quickly without thinking too much. Me? Luckily for us, we had Leon, as this plan would never have worked without him. Though calculated, his every move was filled with courage, and I admired him greatly for that. Thanks, Leon. For what? I mean, him and Charles kind of look related. No, maybe that's why my brain went, and plus they both have an L. For taking such a risk, you're not obligated to, but you're still doing your best to help us. Well, it's nothing. Oh, I can't let my father's shenanigans affect the people I care about. Not anymore. His face suddenly started to redden, but Ezekiel seemed to ignore it. Yeah, I know that feeling. Let's do our best for the princess. Leon's eyes sparkled in agreement, and the two shook hands. Friends! I watched the scene with a funny feeling in my stomach, kind of embarrassment and satisfaction. I was so happy just being there with them. My whole body was filled with a feeling of happiness, as light as soap bubbles. Shortly after, Leon suggested Ezekiel and I walk around the castle pretending we were sightseeing to see if there was anything different. If something went wrong and he couldn't send the message by the next day, we would go after the other lead and follow up with the investigation. I didn't like the idea of something going wrong, but it was better to be cautious than to debate. We can start with the garden if you'd like, Princess. Is there a problem? Oh, it's nothing. Let's go. We walked down the halls side by side. The metallic clink of Ezekiel's armor brought me some comfort, as if it assured me that he was there, that he was ready to protect me, that I wasn't alone. We heard hurried footsteps running towards us. Instinctively, Ezekiel pulled me into an empty corner, alerted. Hey, Mom! We held our breath as we waited for the figure to pass. To my surprise, I recognized it immediately. It was my mother, the Queen. Her sobs were contained, but I could see that she was crying. My first reaction was to extend my hands to help her, but I stopped in my tracks. What was she doing up at this hour? What would she say if she saw me awake, too? I gathered my hands to my chest, a worried expression on my face. Mother. As her footsteps grew further and further away, I began to feel strangely short of breath, as if my lungs were refusing to breathe. Suddenly, I realized that the darkness where I had hidden seemed thicker, trying to slowly engulf me. I turned to Ezekiel to warn him, but to my surprise, he was gone. Oh, Princess. A shiver ran down my spine, every hair on the back of my neck standing up. What are you doing awake at such a late hour? Go to sleep, dear Princess. You must be so tired. I am. The shortness of breath turned into a heavy drowsiness, forcing my eyes to close, but I didn't want to sleep again. I had to fight with everything and anything I had. Iris. Their eyes widened at the mention of their name. Wait, your name's Iris? Hey, we love the name Iris. I took 1-2 steps, trying to move as I fought the urge to sleep. Iris. Why? They looked shocked, their eyes filled with many emotions battling against each other. Surprise, hate, sadness, fear. Fear? What were they afraid of? Stop, don't come closer. I reached for them, my fingers almost brushing against their face. They took a step back and screamed, the voice crackling because of a lump in their throat. Leave me alone! Oh, don't be so tsundere. And the rest of the world fell into a deep slumber. Hey, Mom, it's the Jesters. Huh? I saw kids running through the streets to a lively corner of Lunessa's market. There, a small puppet theater was set up, consisting of colored cardboard and actors fashioned from cobs of corn. Why was this so familiar? There was a silence for a moment as the theater waited for the children to settle down, and then one of the puppets popped up into the scene. Hey, Silas, wake up! Aw, Iris, let me sleep some more. The children burst into high-pitched, laughter. Aw, they named the puppet after their brother? Or their sibling? That's so sad. That's really sad. Wake up, our wonderful guests are waiting for us. The Silas, yeah. Tell them to come tomorrow. Come here. The puppet pulled the other one from under the stage, forcing it to reveal itself. The poor creature actually looked sleepy, leaning against the cardboard with a sad face. Aw, I'm so sleepy. That's what you get for playing all night. But I couldn't sleep. If you had told me, I would have thrown a rock at your head. That way, you'd go to sleep in no time. Another round of laughter. Iris, you're so annoying. I don't want to be your brother anymore. Wah! OMG, it looks like them, but not because it's supposed to be them. It's their brother. Big brain shit. The puppet named Iris suddenly became serious, stung by the other's words. Oh, Silas, don't say that. I'm sorry. I don't want you to stop being my brother. I don't want to be here alone. Oh, Iris, I'm sorry for what I said. I don't want to stop being your brother either. Give me a hug. The two puppets leaned against each other, simulating an embrace, despite neither having arms or hands. And even though it was a simple puppetry, something about that play made me want to cry. Now you better wake up! Wake up! It's salt on the floor, or the magic circle, I don't know. I looked around the room, recognizing it as the Jester's room. For a moment, I thought I was alone until I noticed two yellow eyes staring at me in the darkness. Iris? I remember you from that time when... Enough. A deadly silence filled the room, an ache buried deep in the chest. You haven't changed at all, Princess. You're still stupidly curious. They looked down, frowning. I just knew it would put you in danger sooner or later. Iris, why are you doing this? Before I became your jester, Princess, you must know I was serving in the Constellax kingdom. I wasn't born there, though. I'm Lunestian. I was born and raised in the streets you are going to inherit someday. One day, King Saruva found me and my brother and liked our tricks. Or, better phrasing it, he liked how bad we were at performing them. He wanted us to become jesters in this castle. My brother didn't want to leave our family behind, but I wasn't going to miss this opportunity. So I went and promised that when King Saruva got bored of me, I would come back. The tale. So all this time it was about them? They stared at the, Marut? With melancholy. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. That day never came. Even when King Saruva sent me here, it wasn't because he didn't like me anymore, or because he wanted me to see my brother again. I was sent here to spy on the royal family, to see the weakness of King, Karkaris, to try persuading Queen Vedanchi to leave him. Even now, he doesn't plan on letting me go after this. When I came here, I asked the servants about him. If I couldn't see him again, I could at least send him a letter saying I was fine, but... They made a pause, almost incapable of saying the next words. He was dead. He died years ago because of some disease. While I was living my life at another castle, filling myself with fancy foods and wearing expensive clothes, he was... Iris, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You didn't even know. I doubt anyone noticed. The day the streets got quieter, the day the puppets lost their voices. It must have been a relief for everyone. One less peasant on the street. Because no one cares about poor people. They aren't as interesting as the rich, wondrous, hollow aristocrats. They're a nuisance. Everyone just wants to get rid of them, to forget about them. I walked into your dreams to scare you away. To show the darkness of this world, the darkness I carry for knowing all these things. Everything looks darker when you remember injustice exists. When you remember there are people suffering while you laugh. It makes you feel guilty, doesn't it? It should, right? But instead of running away or pretending it didn't exist, you just embraced everything inside yourself. All this loneliness, you didn't deny it nor reject it. You kept trying to reach me even though I was distant and obscure. Why? Do you think you can understand me? You, who lives in the heights of society? Your worries are nothing compared to ours. This guilt will kill you. It will paralyze you slowly from the inside until you cannot scream anymore. You can't do anything about it. It's just how the world works. Things were like this before and will continue to be. So why would you waste your time pretending that you care? You won't gain anything from it. When I saw you looking at that mirror in my dream, I thought you looked lonely. You're always smiling to others, but at the moment, I noticed that you weren't happy at all. Sometimes we just want to have someone who can count on. Someone we can return to. So even though I'm not supposed to, I wanted to become someone you could count on. All this darkness you keep telling me is unbearable. I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to be there for you when you were absorbed in it. I just wanted to help you. Because you thought I was weak. Because I care about you. You're not only a jester, someone to entertain me when I'm bored, and to be discarded right after. You're human. You live here with me, with my parents. You're part of my family. You're important to me. They looked away, going silent for a long moment. So long, I thought they were going to speak anymore. Feudalism. Fuck feudalism for real. Yeah, we're all sobbing. Just taking a moment. It's okay. Aw, they're gonna be our new sibling. Just looking at them made my heart feel a great sadness. I hardly noticed when I had risen to my feet, my height towering over theirs, and without thinking, give him a hug. Oh, I love how tall Tulari is. Whole head over. I hugged them. I'm sorry. For a moment, they didn't react. For what? I couldn't help you. They remained stoic, but a subtle line formed on their forehead, an attempt to maintain a mask of neutrality. I don't care. You are as helpless as me. But I wish I could have done something. That way you didn't have to suffer so much. It's fine. It was hard to fight the tears and all that sadness contorting their face. I am used to it. That word seemed to pierce the Jester's soul, a key that unlocked a stream of tears and sobs. It was half a lie, half a reality, but painful regardless. Iris began to cry silently, hiding their face in the fabrics of my dress. I stroked their head as they cried, a movement that felt natural to me. You shouldn't be. Yeah, you shouldn't be. They sighed, detaching from the hug. The world is unfair, Dulari. It doesn't need to be. You talk as if someone could change how the world works. No, that's not what I mean. When I say that the world doesn't have to be unfair, it's because we can be the justice of the world in small ways. Being gentle to others around us, being gentle to ourselves. Nice. Naive people get crushed. You have to be cruel to survive. I didn't say to be naive. I said to be fair. Those are different things. They paused for a moment, thinking over my words. But before they could say anything, King Saruva entered the room accompanied by, My father! My father! Dulari, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same. Spare me this nonsense, please. With a snap of Saruva's fingers, all my drowsiness returned. My father also seemed under the spell, his eyelids growing heavier and heavier. Let's get on with it, Iris. Yes, sir. I turned to them, worried, but they just stared back at me, the smiling facade on their face again. It is going to be okay, princess. And for some reason, I trusted them. Same. For some reason, I'm like, okay, whatever. 3 apples tall. They are very little. That's cute. Are we gonna talk to the star again? Oh no, okay. Finally. Let's start the preparations for the ritual, shall we? Okay. Saruva pulled the body of King Karkaras into the large circle drawn on the ground. He began reciting magic words, causing the symbols to glow and the spell to begin. But Iris stared at the Marote, had an idea, and when Saruva's soul left his body, Iris threw the Marote into the circle. Oh, is he gonna trap him in the scepter? Or the Marote, whatever it's called? It's raining. I got out of bed feeling a little dizzy. I feel like I had a very strange dream, but I can't remember what happened. Someone knocked at my door softly. Princess, breakfast is ready. Oh, right, thanks. I'm on my way. The castle seemed to be quieter than usual. My footsteps echoed with a certain force through the empty space, even with the drops of rain. I looked at the windowsill, feeling an odd familiarity, as if I was supposed to find someone here. Pushing those thoughts aside, I continued to the ballroom. There, my birthday guests were all gathered for the last time, getting ready to leave in a little while. I sat next to Leon, who looked thoughtful. Did something happen? You don't remember? Remember what? You know what? It's not important. I'm glad you're well, Princess. I hope you enjoyed the party. It was a lot of fun, if I may say so myself. I'm glad. Not far away, Ezekiel had been summoned by the Jester to participate in a trick. Pick a card, and don't tell me which it is. Ezekiel picked up a card, looking at it, then put it back in the deck. I will guess which card, and you chose. I doubt it. I like people like that. Stupid. The Jester shuffled the cards, then went through one by one until they stopped in the middle and showed the card to Ezekiel. Was this the one? Ezekiel's expression was pure surprise, shock, delight. All the guests had the same expression. How did you guess? It's a secret. After the introductions, my parents began exchanging goodbyes with the guests. Everyone was satisfied with the celebrations and were already thinking of my next birthday. Hopefully, it wouldn't be as tense as this one. One can hope. I accompanied the guests to the castle entrance, several carriages already lined up, just waiting to leave. The rain was weak and soft, embracing everyone in a cool mood. Leon turned to me, a playful expression on his face. For some reason, I thought the rainy mood matched him. Welcome to the world of adults. Thank you. Have a safe trip, Leon. Take care, you too. Leon took a few steps towards his carriage until he was intercepted by the Jester. They stared at each other for a moment until the Jester held out their hand, offering them a remote. Leon stared at the object, not understanding until the Jester whispered some words that made Leon jolt. Shortly afterwards, though, he picked up the remote, a serious expression on his face. Thank you. His dad's in there. Yeah, I guess I'll take him home. Fuck it. As the carriages were pulling away, Ezekiel appeared beside me, the deck of cards in his hand. I've looked through all those cards, but there's nothing marked. I still don't understand how they did it. Here's your dad. It's magic, Ezekiel. Magic. Pfft. Don't you believe in magic, Knight? I find it hard to believe in something I can't see. Understandable, but there are more invisible things building your existence than you might think. Like what? Your past. Can you see it here, by any chance? That took Ezekiel by surprise. No, but that's different from magic. I was there when it happened. It's part of me. Magic, too. Sometimes people are magical in their own right, in their own way of seeing the world. The Jester looked at me for a moment, the practiced smile looking strangely genuine. I couldn't resist and ended up smiling back, even though I didn't understand. Magic's just words, Knight. You should believe more in them. Ezekiel looked a little confused, but he gladly took the advice. As we walked back inside the castle, I couldn't help but feel thoughtful. I felt so old, but at the same time, I also still felt like a child. Me every fucking day of my life. The whole world lay before me, and I held what little I knew of it in my hands. I had no idea what the future would be like, and I didn't even understand the past, but maybe the world wasn't so scary after all. Maybe our lonely souls that wandered for so long, craving for company, for a place to belong to, can in the end find their place under the stars. I believed in it. Aww. Such like a very tentative, very like subtle ending. I like that it's not so like big and grandiose in a sense. Like it's very quiet and subdued and introspective, you know. Damn. How many words did I pull in my hat just then? It's a good time. I like it. And the rain sound puts me at ease. The Jester's so silly. It's so silly. And sad in equal measure. Little star boy. Star person. Star babe. My sweet little Jester. Very cute. Good job. Ooh, we get a Marvel after credit scene. Ah, this is a long day. But I'm not sleepy yet. I think I'll take a look at the stars before going to bed. I looked up, watching the starry sky glittering in all its humbling glory. For a moment, it looked just as any other night. The sky stayed still, almost stoic. But then, a constellation. It looks like a Jester. But they're playing with... Oh, my star. Oh, so that's their star. The Star of Solitude? Oh, they were born under the same star! As I expected it to be. The star whirled across the sky, dancing with the Jester as they were friends who haven't seen each other in a long time. I could almost hear them laughing in the distance, wrapped in a warm and sweet happiness. Somehow, Solitude didn't feel as bad or as lonely as before. Oh, this shit got me tearing up real. I'm like trying to play it cool and shoot. Don't worry about it. Ah, you're awake, princess. Oh, yes, I just thought I might stargaze for a while before going to bed. Nice thinking, nice thinking. Can you see it up there? It's you. It's you! Huh? Me? Yeah, you're playing with the No, it's their brother! I am? Oh my, to be the Jester of such glamorous deity. I would die of happiness before doing any trick. Don't say such things. You're better alive than dead. You think so? Of course. Would you cry if I died, princess? I'd cry if you lived. It's their brother. Oh. I would. The night suddenly got quieter. I was embarrassed for admitting that and a bit scared of the Jester's reaction, but I would too if you died. They didn't look at me, but I could see their genuine smile blooming on their face. That delicate moment of vulnerability, a sight to keep in my memory forever. But don't think of such sad things, dear princess. Darkness doesn't suit your beautiful smile. As I looked at the stars again, the dancing Jester and Solitude smiling together, I felt that maybe in all my loneliness, I was destined to do that too. To rejoice in simple foolishness, wearing any melancholy as a glittering dress. Instead of the cold... Let's go! Gray's like, I'm genuinely crying. Yes, all according to plan. Instead of the cold, lonely stones of the castle or the piercing eyes of those bored and judging nobles, I could look up at the sky and just dance under the stars. We love a title drop. I'm guilty of it all the time. Anytime I could do it, I was like, the only time I've had to refuse to do it recently was with Criminally Yours. I was just like, that's too cheesy, Joy. That's too cheesy, even for you, okay? Time and place. Put it where it belongs. It fits with Under the Stars. It's not really an issue. But for me, too much, too much. Oh god, I gotta mute this music. I'm sorry. It's gonna copyright it. It's gonna mute part of the VOD if I leave it up. So it's pretty, but y'all can't hear it. Sorry. Sorry. You literally do. You have one line and did I? Fuck. I'm leaving it. Whatever. It's too late now. I can't help it, man. I can't. Good job, Len. What a good time. I'm gonna miss these little cuties. Miss these little babes. I love it. Very sweet. I can see why the project's very precious to you. It's very, like, well packaged. I don't know if that's the right word. It's such a good game. Yeah, it's gonna, like, stay in my heart forever. Twirling my hair. So real, so real. I don't know. I feel like everything that I said, I kind of said last week, so I'm just not like, adding to it. Like, I do appreciate just the genuine, like, what's the word? Subdued, I feel like is the best word for it. You know, like everything's sort of understated in a way, you know, which I think is when stories shine best because it allows you to meet it halfway, so to speak. So you're doing half of the work and then the reader's doing the other half of the work of like giving it meaning is what I'm saying. I don't know if that makes sense, but in my head, that's just how I like interpret it. I don't like drinking in front of the mic. Well, y'all, I know it's not much, but it's honest work. I've still got a lot of things to do, and I am very sleepy today. You know, if anything, the subduedness added to my like general like, oh, you put a drawing in the server? Let's see. Hold up. Am I allowed to show on the stream, or is it just for the server? Because I don't want to like expose you, so to speak. I'll check right now. Yeah, it's okay. How cute. Okay, well, for those that might not, you know, VOD watchers and the like, I'll share. It'll take me a second though. Keeping this in my back pocket for real, for real. Okay. Oh, it's so big. Okay. Shwink. Oh, I lost it. I'm so good at streaming. Oh my god. Wrong one. Okay. I'm trying to move it, but it's like I moved it off a screen. Jesus H. Okay, give me 1 second. This is supposed to be simple, but I made it more complicated. There we go. 3 apples tall for the little Jester. Little Jester. Very cute. Such a good design for them. I like their little split eyes. I do like a character whose eyes just like barely ever open. Such a very specific thing, but it's really good. There we go. Very cute. Thank you for sharing, Len. Love, love. I was gonna say something. Of course I was gonna say something. It's my stream. But I was like, I almost accidentally brought this up. This isn't really related to the stream in any way. It's just funny. 1 second. No, no. Where is it? Can I move it? Okay. If you don't stay in place. Do 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 do. Brother. Why is this so complicated? Yeah, whatever. Do that. No. There's gotta be a... Oh, Lord, what did I do? I feel like I'm just fiddling on stream at this point. I'm just doing shit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think I could show here instead. That might also be easier than what I'm trying to do. I made a very cursed edit the other day and I'm very proud of it. And I just wanted to share for those who are not aware. Hold up. Okay. Hold up. Wait, nope, wrong. Hey, I'll do that actually after because I okay. Oh my god. It was my husband's idea. Thank you, Butter, for the original artwork. It's incredible. And I did show Butter, or Butter was aware of it. It's so good. This is my phone background, dude. The whole image, not just Bacon Monster with the Roblox face. I saw a guy the other day that had that same face. Yeah, it's the Roblox face. It's like a meme. It's like a meme, I say, as boomer as possible. Oh, here, for those who are not aware. Look, it's Leon's mommy. So pretty. As boomer as possible. Oh my gosh. It's Queen Majesta. And I read over it this morning. And then Leon's brother, who is a lot more edgy than I was expecting. But I guess it's suiting. Very cute little family. And this is some Dulari. We could all use a little bit more Dulari in our lives. Oh, I meant to say that as well. Okay, that's what it was. I have a cousin who's 4 days younger than me. And she's tall girl. She looks very similar to Dulari actually, because she always had her hair braided. And she has like a complexion like mine and stuff. I'm darker than this. Usually I'm closer to Dulari. But I don't get a lot of sun where I am, okay? But like she really reminds me of my cousin, like the way that she looks. And it's such a beautiful lady. And she's also just naturally very tall, you know. We love that. I guess I never asked how old. Wait. No, they're like 20, right? Their 20th birthday? That was literally their birthdays in the fucking game. Like, if I don't know that, then that's on my own. That's my own fault there. Cosplay point up. That would be so fun. I would love that. I've never cosplayed anything, I don't think. I'm not cool enough. Sorry, I was clearing out notifications. I'm just chilling, man. Today's a chill ass stream. Okay, I should probably talk about what's expected for the rest of the week. So, streams are going to be kind of weird this week. I'm kind of in the I will stream when I want to, and I will stream when I don't want, or like I won't if I don't want to, that kind of thing, because it's the last week of Yandere Jam, and you might have seen I posted about it this morning. If you're not already aware, Criminally Yours is coming out, hopefully this week. Hopefully the demo will be out at least in time for the jam, and then another week afterward, we hope to release the entire thing. Me and Gray worked on it in coordinates with a team, and we're very proud of it. It's very good. So we're basically managing that, and then the other, oh my goodness, okay. And then the other that I'm working on this week is it's the last week before March, because March is going to be a very busy month for me. I have like 2 scripts to write. So I'm gonna be a busy gal. One for Otome Jam and then one for Blossom Jam. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much streaming unless I just happen to get done earlier with those things, which I would love, but you know, I don't fucking know. So for this week, since it's the last week of February, I do plan to finish up the games that I started last week, which is why we did Under the Stars today. And I want to finish Binary Star Hero this week. And I think that's going to be like my only streams that I do, unless I just something kind of comes out of nowhere or whatever. But in the meantime, I'm basically just going to be working and doing that kind of thing. But I really, if you like yandere stories or like darker stories in general, I would 1000% recommend that you play Binary Star Hero or watch me play it or whatever, because it was banger. So good. And I plan to stream it tomorrow. And probably the next day if like I can't manage to finish it all in one stream. So, but I plan to do kind of a longer stream tomorrow and That'd be good. But I don't have a stream schedule or anything like that. So luckily, a lot of you are in the Discord service, so you'll know first if I do, and you'll know first if I do not. Also, not forcing anybody, but if anybody's got any shinies, we could always do a tarot reading. That's all I'm saying. No pressure, though. You don't gotta. I think it's just fitting for the stream. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying just talking to chat because it's something I don't really do a lot, you know. But it's been really good. I'm so glad that I decided to stream last week. I finished 15 games last week. We're in the new week now, but 15 games, guys. That's huge. Which means like my New Year's resolution was basically to finish a indie game, like one indie game per week. So that's 15 weeks I'm caught up. We're doing good now. We got a lot of time, which I think that's like, what, 3.5 months or whatever? So I'm caught up until like mid-March. So as long as I stay up on it, I'll be good. Unless I'm miscounting. No, that's right. Wait, am I stupid? There are 4 weeks in a month. There's 3 months. Okay, no, I'm right. I'm right. Yeah. It's almost 4 months, I think, is where I'm getting like confused. Anyway, regardless, I've had such a good time. I managed to clear out a lot of my backlog, so I'm really happy about that. And just like winning at life, honestly. It's really refueled me a lot for just being generally creative. I feel like I've been really creative in the last couple like days. You know, and this has been putting me in a better mood. I'm looking forward to things and experiencing and playing games and, you know, speaking with devs and things like that. I think it's just like, so if you're in a similar position where you're feeling like maybe a little drained or like not that creatively inspired or whatever, I would recommend like, I don't know, if you're anything like me, to just like touch base with your community and, you know, talk about games and stuff. Cause it's like we're doing it because we love it. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds silly, but in my head, I spend so much time working on things that I forget to consume them a lot. And I don't really refresh that, refresh the juices. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Can you tell I'm tired? Can you tell I'm sleepy? But no, I'm really excited for tomorrow's stream, and I'm so glad that I was able to do Under the Stars finally, after 10 years. It's been 800 years. Same. I watched a lot of movies to recharge this month. That's good. See? That's really good. The Atheist. Hi, Evskillion. Is that how you pronounce it? That's how I've always pronounced it in my head, but I've never had to say it out loud. How are you? Thank you for dropping by. We're kind of just chilling right now, just talking with chat, chilling. We finished playing, and I would recommend it if you are looking for something really wholesome and cute, is Under the Stars by Len, who's in the chat. We had a good time. We just finished the secret route and stuff. Like to play a lot of indie games here, so especially dating sims. Can't get enough of the dating sims. How tired do I look on a scale from 1 to 10? I just go by Lion, and ooh, I'd love to check this out. Howdy, Len. Yeah, it's a good time. And I was talking about also play Binary Star Hero if you haven't already. I have all recommendations. I played 15 games last week, so I got all the recommendations now. Also, another game that I started playing is if you guys are interested in any sort of NSFW polyamorous nonsense for Polyjam, I'm halfway through Regenti Rebellia by Olivia. Really good. Thank you for the follow. I love the sound. So anytime it comes out, I'm like, hell yeah. I tried picking another one, but I got attached to this one, even though it doesn't really fit with the vibes. You know, so maybe it does fit with the vibes. I don't know. But Regenti Rebellia is so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I've just been enjoying, like, I've been playing a lot of, like, royal intrigue, like, playing as, like, a princess. You know, perfect example here with Under the Stars. You know, playing as a princess, and you've got a knight, and you've got, like, a court, and there's, like, scandal. You know, we love that. We can't get enough of that. I haven't had a chance to really write a story like that yet, despite, like, writing in multiple fantasy genres and having multiple royal characters and things like that. So hopefully one day. I think it's just difficult. The political intrigue. It was a lovely time. What was another thing I've played so far? I'm planning on playing all the Yan Jam entries. Or, well, let me rephrase. Not all of them. There's a lot. Oh my goodness. The hiccup. No. I plan on playing a lot of them, specifically just like ones amongst friends and stuff, because I know, for instance, like Christie's is looking crazy and Yinny has one, and I played Olivia's yesterday because that one was a shorter game. That one was also really good. It was different from what I was expecting, which isn't bad or anything. It's like not really, it's more interactive fiction than it is visual novel. And it was really good. So if you're again, if you're ever thirsting for any kind of Otome NSFW nonsense, Olivia's usually the person to go to. Um, what else? I don't know. It's been really good. It's just in a good mood. Um, what's this? Real. Hopefully everybody. It's different for me. I think that's what it is. Is like it feels good to actually be like, hey, I played this game and then I played this game. Have you played this game? Because most of the time people are like, oh, I played this and this and this, and I'm like, I haven't done anything. I've been stuck in dev hell. Um, and then we're going to play Arcade Spirits. Are we? Are we? I'd love to at some point. I do have some like long-term stream goals of like which games I'm like really eyeing to play. Um, a big one is wanting to play Our Life this summer. Not, oh, you did joking. No, I mean, I'm not against it. So, but I would love to do Our Life. I've been really thinking about it. Because obviously, okay, here, let me disclaimer. I've played Our Life. I've played step 1 a long time ago. 2022, I think. Like, and I did get like halfway through step 2, I think. So like I've played the game. I'm familiar with how it goes. And Our Life, I keep hearing good things about it. I know, same. And so I'm like, well, maybe I should just do it for the girlies, do it for the girlies. Plus, I love a summer game. I love a feel good. I love building characters on stream and things like that. So I think I'll have a lot of fun with it. I hope so. Some people said that Tattoos and Tulips really feels like Our Life. And I think the reason that is because the person I made it with was an Our Life fan. So Tattoos and Tulips has some of the vibes. And from what I remember, that's not necessarily not true. There is a lot of overlap there, I would say. Except mine has no choices, so it's just like the biggest component of why people love that game in the first place. I love the autumn vibes. I'm really excited. In terms of like other games that I want to play, I've been talking about doing some collab stuff. Like me and Gray were talking about maybe me and Gray read something on stream together. That could be fun. Also, I spoke to my husband. Okay, here. So one day I'll do a poll for this because I think it'd be fun. But I'm like debating what kind of game I would like force him to play. Like obviously it would be something that I would play on stream by myself, but something that I'd be interested to get his particular reaction on. Because we actually did a Let's Play channel thing for a time. So it's not like he's not familiar with the environment or anything like that. Did you hear the thesis of love? It's pure drama. Wait, I did see that you rated it because it was on my feed. I might check that out because your commentary on it was very interesting because it has like kind of really specific relationship dynamics, I think. Oh, but what I was saying was, what would it be more interesting if like I forced him to play like something boys love, for instance, or like if I brought him into something pure dating sim and then he got to like build his own character, or would it be more fun if you played like a friend's game or one of my games or something like that? Because there's a couple of my games he hasn't played yet. Because he's just been busy and stuff. He's always supportive, and I show him everything that I have, but he doesn't really, I think pure dating sim would be cute. Okay. So when we played Hustle Cat, which is the only thing that we did on our Let's Play channel, and we did like 11 episodes or something, like we were committed, and we finished, I think, one route. And he was down bad for one of the characters, okay? So don't let him fool you. He enjoys a good dating sim from time to time. Plus, he and I have played Dragon Age, and he will 100% like romance somebody. He also loves Lae'zel and like Baldur's Gate, like he's got peak taste. All right? Like he'll date somebody. Which I love. I love that he's not like, oh, I'm too cool for that. Like, fuck off, dude. Kiss this 2D person. Shut the hell up. He has for real. He's sweet. He's a good one. and he's really funny, and I think that like you'll like him. But I worry that he might be like a little shy and like bringing him on. He likes Emil, of course he has good taste. Exactly, heavy on that one. And Glyph, Emil and Glyph are his two loves. Basil, yes, we love Basil. It's funny, he like okay, this is a funny story. This is funny. So he loves Baldur's Gate 3, plays the shit out of it, okay? Like it's been his recent obsession. So he God, he redid a character, like, and he had like completely like redid or like rescoped or something just so we could have Lae'zel in his party, because I think that like it was unbalanced with the character that he had made, but he wanted her there so bad that he ended up like, you know, and he does like the save and reload thing. He was like, well, Lae'zel didn't like it, so I had to do something else. I was like, yes, a man who pleases his girl. What a good boy he is. We're gonna have to pick a game for us to co-stream for real, for real. What do you think would be good? I'm open to really anything. I thought that like it's gotta be like a big one, because it's like if you have another person on stream, then it like saves my voice. You know, we could go back and forth. We could voice characters. You know, that's what I'm saying. At least give it a trial run and see. Maybe like once a week or every once in a while. Maybe once every 2 weeks. That could be fun. I don't know. It would definitely have to be in the summer when you and I aren't so busy and when I'm not, you know, when I'm more consistent with streaming. But I'm going to try to stream more often in general. Like, for instance, like I would like to at least like do what I did this month and like at least have 1 week where I just like put a bunch of games in 1 week and then play and then like, you know, call it a day. Because when I stream regularly and under a stream schedule, I feel like I tend to cancel them very often because I just like, unfortunately, streaming is the thing that's on the it's not as important as my game dev work, and I don't get paid for it or anything like that. So unfortunately, when I'm forced to choose what thing I need to do, streaming is always like the last on my priority list. It's just like if I have time and I have nothing else better to do, I'll do it. But like it's never like my main thing unless I'm being commissioned for it. Which I take commissions for streaming, by the way, for any of those that don't know. I'm actually planning on doing one pretty soon for a Yandere game, but I won't say any more than that because you'll know when it happens. And I'll squeeze it in if it's for that, but in general, like if I ain't getting paid for it, it's a little bit tough. But I'm really excited about that. It's gonna be really fun. I wouldn't say I'm a Yandere fan, but to play a Yandere game on stream is just really fun, okay? Like, it's kind of how I feel with horror too. It's like, I'm not a horror girly, but like the horror games that I've played on stream have been some of the most fun ones. You know what I mean? Because I think it's just like the reaction. That's probably just what it is. It's like just absurd. But no, I missed indie games. I don't really like playing mainstream games, guys. I've tried, and I've failed. Because it's just like either they're too big and I just don't stream often enough for it to like actually matter, or like I just feel like I'm closer to the community when I play more indie games and stuff, and I feel like I, you know, learn something from it, if that makes sense. Like it makes me a better developer by consuming other people's games, to a degree. But that's been the love of my life right now. It's been making me really happy. I'm glad that I decided to go back to it because, you know, it's worth it. I get it, Lamels. Oh, by the way, on the stream channel, and never feel like you can't do this, okay? You can always leave requests for specific games. Like if you played a game recently and you want me to play it on stream, there is a chance I just might not ever do it, which is fair, you know, but it's just like, you can always suggest, and I'll always take it in consideration. I'll at least think about it. You know what I mean? I can't guarantee it'll happen soon or anything, but you know, I want to stream games that you guys are interested in and things like that, or things that you think I might like, so on and so forth. So just hit me up, let me know. I'm pretty open to a lot of stuff. When the Night Comes, I'm already interested in When the Night Comes. It's been on my backlog for forever. I had to separate my backlog though between paid games and unpaid games. There's a paid game. Fucking what game is that? Okay, Bewitching Sinners is a big one that I want to play. That's been on my list for like forever. The other one is Love Shore by Perfect Garbage Studios. I like when I saw the advertisement for that fucking game, I was like, give it to me. Give it to me now. And I'm so sad that I didn't buy it when it was on sale a while back. I just like, I regret it. I need to play more games to recommend more games. Stop. I feel like it's funny because I think everybody's better at playing games than I am, like in terms of like being more consistent with it. My first character I made for When the Night Comes was Gray and Right. Yeah, iconic. You know, it would be like Coming Home, wouldn't it, to a certain degree? I think that would be a really good one because I've been wanting to play that one forever. Like forever, ever. Plus I could get it on Steam too, which would be good, or, you know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. But I like that idea a lot. Anyway, I've kind of yapped for a while. I am getting more and more sleepy, like actually sleepy. Like I might just fuck. Like if I sat here in place and did nothing, I would just like pass out. It's my bad. It's because I was like up late talking, you know, to somebody last night because I took that nap or whatever. I also have to wash dishes. No, I've got stuff I gotta do. No, go nap. I'm gonna nap. I'm gonna need a reset. But thank you guys for dropping by. Thank you. Please rate the game if you haven't already. Play the games, talk about the games, all the good stuff. And I hope to see y'all tomorrow for some Binary Star Hero, because you get to see me act up when I see my man. It's been so long. He's been away at war, and I get to come back. I love him. I love him. Dude. Okay, this is the last thing I'll say, because we started the stream with Percy nonsense, so we gotta end on Percy nonsense. That's how that works, right? Won that fucking poll, right? So the creator of Binary Star Hero, Concrete, had like reached out to me initially because they liked Percy, because they played Rectifier and Bloom and they liked Percy, and I was like, God damn it. But like, I feel like I'm insane about their character, so it's really funny that like they like Percy as much as they do, because they're like, I apologize for the person I'm going to become when Percy's available, and it's like, it's fine. Do you? I'll make him extra slimy for them, you know. But like, I know, goddamn, he's got another one, and a very talented, good dev too. You hate to see it. But I love their character in Binary Star Hero, and like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, he might be worse than Percy in some ways, but like, he isn't Percy, so it's fine. He's so good. He's so good. So I'm really excited to see him tomorrow, and like, I feel very honored that someone who constructed a character I love that much sees any worth in Percy at all. But hey, I'll fucking take it. I'll take it, I guess. Let's go. I think, you know, like, worse than Percy. Yeah. Honestly, on like the yandere scale, from like at least the games that I've consumed, Percy really isn't like that bad. You know, like, I don't like him because he's just like a little bitch, but like in general, he's fine. Lucy says hi, by the way. She's meowing at your voice. Ah, Lucy, hi. Psst, psst, psst. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. That's how I talk to my cat. I'm like, hi, baby. I know she hates it. Too. She's like, girl, leave me alone. Girl, get on my face. Psst, psst, psst. Oh, I love Lucy. I love Lucy. Oh my gosh. Can we get a Lucy emote? We got a Kawaii-chan emote. Her eats are moving. She's listening. Her ears. Oh, how cute. I love her. Little baby. Can you share some Lucy pics in the server for us? For me? Please? But anyway, for the last time, I'm gonna go, y'all. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for listening through the Yap session today. Jesus H. And you know, thank you, Len, for making the game. It means a lot. So sweet, very sweet. Put me in a good mood. All right. Enjoy the rest of your days, y'all. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for dropping by, Grey Miles. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. It was good, and hi. Bye. Bye. Bye.